Hi, I'm Gwendolyn Go, your desperate housewife who crafts. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this incredible glow-in-the-dark aquarium scene. So I signed up in the Altenew Educator Certification Program, and there are 3 levels to this program before you can become a certified Altenew educator. So I just finished level 1, which consists of 10 courses. And at the end of level 1, I have to do an assignment to show that I have learned from the techniques that were shown at Altenew Academy during these courses. So I have to incorporate tips and techniques that I learned from 3 courses out of the 10 I took. So in today's card, I decided to use the techniques that I learned from the Easy Ink Blending Technique course. I still have the ink blending chart that I created up my wall, and it's so useful. This course might be simple to some, but for me, it was a lifesaver. Then I'm using techniques I learned from the Season Scene Building course to create a scene for my stamps, and then the Let It Shine course, and you'll see that my card really does shine and glow. So now to do this, I am going to make a card with a scene. It's going to be an aquarium with jellyfish in them. And so I'm going to blend the background with my Distress Oxide inks. And I'm going to add the jellyfish in the aquarium scene. And I'm going to make the jellyfish glow with the WoW Glow-in-the-Dark Embossing Powder. So I thought it's easier if I do a video instead of explain it on my blog, because it's quite complicated. Well, it was quite complicated to figure it out, but now I've got it figured out. I think it's quite simple, but there are a few steps to achieve the results I want to achieve. So I'm also using my Kuretake Zig Fluo Pink brush, because this will add the fluorescence and the luminance that you find in jellyfish. Oh, sorry, luminosity in jellyfish. Okay, let's start then. So I started already. First of all, I started by masking the area that I wanted to color. I had cut out this frame by using 2 Sizzix borders, 2 Sizzix rectangle border die cuts. So you put 2 sizes together, one larger and one smaller, and you put them in a die cut, and they give you a frame. So this is the frame that I wanted, and so I have to mask my card exactly to where the color will be, and so that when I put the frame, the color exactly is in the frame and not outside. Okay, so that's explained. So here it's an Altenew layered stamp. Okay, and I guess I could also incorporate the simple layering techniques that I learned also during one of the courses in Altenew Academy. So this is the layering stamp. There are 4 layers, but I'm going to only use 2. I'm going to use this one here. No, was it? No, this one here and this one here. Okay, so I'm going to start by the smaller one, because I'm going to create an emboss resist with the glow-in-the-dark WoW Embossing Powder. So I take the smaller one. So I add my Versamark ink. This one says Dazzle, but doesn't really make a difference. I bought it thinking it would make a difference, but it doesn't. Now it's very important that you mask your card on a sheet, on a rigid sheet. This one I got from IKEA. I got this idea from Jennifer Maguire actually. So that when you put on the embossing powder, you can actually pick it up and pour it off. Because if you taped it down onto your work table, you can't really pick up your work table, can you? Well, it's not very convenient. So I'm going to, let's put it on there because I don't want it to dry. So I'm just going to stamp it where I want my jellyfish to be. You see the result? Okay. Let's put another one there. Let's see. And I'm gonna use a smaller one also. Alright, I'm gonna use this one. And I'm gonna put it here. Okay, so they're all converging in the middle, sort of. Okay. Alright, now I'll pour the embossing powder over it. Since it's such a huge card, I don't want to use a cardstock. Huge. I have to use a larger area to put away my embossing powder. Okay. Alright, that's done. Now let's heat up my heat gun. I'm actually gonna flick a little bit away. Because I want some of the color to come through. Alright, can you see it? Okay. Alright, now let's color it in, and this will behave as an emboss resist. Alright. I think I'm gonna speed this up because you don't need to see me shading in real time. Now, the magic's about to happen. So, what I do is, first of all, I color. It's the wrong stamp. Oops. I color this stamp, the largest stamp, with my pink fluo. Alright. And then spritz it with water. So it's nice and wet. Okay. It's nice and wet here. And then make sure you take away the excess water, if not around the stamp, if not it's gonna drip. And then I'm gonna just stamp it over my heat embossed jellyfish. All right. And this is going to pick up the ink from the paper. Now I'm going to spritz a little bit of water onto a brush to help it pick it up, to pick up even more of the ink. And when you pick up the ink, the fluorescent, the color of the fluorescent Zig pen I use comes out. All right. Now to help it along, to add color, because I want it brighter, I'm going to use my Zig and paint it also. So and since I've taken off some ink from the paper, the color comes through. The color of my zigs will come through onto the card. Okay, so that's one done. And now the other one. So I think I find this scene a little bit monotonous, so I'm gonna add some water specks on it by spritzing some water onto my brush. Yes, I can't be bothered to spritz water onto onto a container, so I just spritz it directly on my brush. You don't need a lot of water to take off the ink from the card. So that's all I'm doing. There's no color on my brush, it's just water, and the water lifts the ink from the card. Well, I hope you liked my card and the technique I used to create this glow in the dark jellyfish aquarium scene. I think I'll be making another card this time with orange jellyfish and creating a more interesting underwater scene with rocks and seaweed and because I really love this glow in the dark effect. So this will not be my last card with the jellyfish glowing in the dark. Well, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you liked my video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Thanks for watching. Bye!